welcome to the last stop of the FIS World Series 2018. We are here in Chengdu, China, to wrap up the year this year. We are starting with the Skateboard Pro semifinal, and I'm here with Thomas Winter. Thomas, how's it going?
It's amazing. It's great to be here in Chengdu once again. I've been here for a couple of years, and this looks to be the best one yet. I can't wait to see the semis.
That's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event today. This is really exciting. We have beautiful weather today here in Chengdu, and I think everybody is quite amped about this last event of the season.
Oh yeah, for sure. All these riders have been following the tour for the entire year, and it all comes to this. We got a couple of riders that are trying to steal the first spot in the overall rankings. It's gonna be a big battle out there in the skate park, so I can't wait, really.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what's going to be happening out there. I think the guys are really going to be pushing it. So we're going to watch a little recap of what happened this season to see, give you an idea of what's coming.
The 2018 FIS World Series kicked off in the land of the rising sun, Hiroshima, Japan. The roar from the Japanese fans pushed the athletes at round one, and they had their first chance to rack up points towards the season-long title. Round two had us going back to where it all started 21 years ago, Montpellier, France, for some epic comps and some amazing energy. For round three of the FIS World Series, we've traveled across the Atlantic to Canada. Here, the top three athletes from 3 different disciplines will battle it out for valuable World Series points. After a grueling year of training, travel, and competition, it'll all come down to our final stop in Chengdu, China, where we'll crown our FIS World Series champions.
Okay, 欢迎大家来到2018 FIS World Series 成都站的现场。And this is not over. We're going to have some more today. And so maybe Thomas, you can talk to us a little bit about what kind of format we're going to have for the competition of today.
Okay, we were switching the format a little bit, so we ran rounds in the qualifiers. We're running rounds in the semis and rounds in the finals. But for the semis today, we're going to have 6 groups of 4 riders. You're going to see the formats on the screen in a little bit, but let me walk you through it. As I said, 6 groups of 4 riders. There's going to be 2 rounds for each rider. It's going to be 60 seconds per round, and the best round is going to count. So whoever has the best one score of the day goes to the finals.
那么有24位滑手进入到了今天的半决赛的环节。
昨天的预赛也是异常的激烈，所有的滑手也都是拿出了看家的本领。经过重重的搏杀，也是进入到了今天第2天的决赛圈。希望所有的滑手也都能取得好的成绩，给我们成都的父老乡亲带来一场滑板的顶级盛宴。
What are the criteria of judgment?
FIS 世界极限运动巡回赛是在全球不同城市的赛站中汇集了全球最强的选手的极限运动系列赛事。
Judges there have been skateboarding for 20+ years, and they have a really difficult job. They're judging by amplitude,
那么我们今天呢
usage of
是
the
在
skateboard,
成都站的
difficulty
现
of the
场给大家
tricks,
带来今
execution
天
of the
的
tricks. So it all comes together
滑
as
板项目
one
的
big
半决赛，也
package.
就是在
And
今
based on
天上
that,
午
they're giving our
11 点
riders score between 0 and 100. We got 4 judges sitting on the judges panel, and that's going to be Willie Santos, Marco Jasbinsek,
喜欢滑板的朋友应该都知道，
and Sam Pertek.
近几年来呢，因为滑板成为了
Yeah, that's a
奥运
quite
项
a
目，
big panel. I think
所以呢，在各个国
these
家
guys
呢
have a，
包
tough
括
job,
在
but they are
中国也
definitely
是
the right people to
极
do
限运
the
动
job.
项目啊，尤其是
It's
滑
going
板
to be
项目
pretty
受到了
interesting
很
to
多的这
see
个关注。
because
好，我们
you
先
know
看一下镜头
it's so
上
hard because
显示。那么另外2位，一位叫做 Ben， 一位叫做 Sango， 他们也是代表这个中国参加了这次比赛，因为他们的居住地是在成都。
Yeah, so a lot of pressure on Richard's shoulders. I know you know him quite well. Do you think he's the kind of guy who can handle that pressure?
We'll see. I don't know what to say. There's so much talent out there in the park today that if I just said Richard can take it, I'd be lying. I really don't know.
So we have our first rider. You can see on your screen right now, getting ready to hit the park. It's gonna be.
看一下他的
Bachai Tapakeo.
Yeah, here we go, Bachai Tapakeo. So
每位滑手有2
Okay, we got Bachai in the park starting it off.
其实大家可以
This is
看
our
到这个
first
场地
rider
呢
of the
是
day.
很大的啊，比起以往的几届
Bachai's
周
taking
期
his
来说的
time.
话，就是
大了不少。 而且更加的考验了滑手的全面性。不光有斜面、弧面，还有很大的抛台，然后各个小的道具也都是非常精密设计 ，tail blunt 做的非常的干净。First side ollie 做了一个过渡，然后弧面上没有做动作。这个滑手的是非常不错的，在亚洲都排名前列，因为泰国的滑板项运动兴起发展是非常好的。
每个滑手有2轮的机会啊，取最好1轮的成绩。那么他第1轮如果没有滑好的话，还有第2轮的机会看一下。第2位出场的
Honza has been hurt for the last couple months. This is one of the riders who travels the world with his best friends, and he usually joins me on a lot of world trips. So this is the first competition he skates in about 4 months after an ankle injury.
这个半决赛的出场顺序呢，也是根据昨天的资格赛的排名由倒序的方式，就比如说昨天排在最后面的一个滑手先排在第1位。
很可惜啊，
这个出场这个在这个区域上把头摔了一下，看这个不失不利啊，
不利，这个确实是非常的意外。在弧面上，其实他想卡一下，没有做成太大的动作。
对，应该是一个对于滑手来说是一个比较容易的一个过渡的动作。
对，就是一个过渡的动作。但是有的时候你在上去的时候没有掌握好重心的话，是很容易出现这样的失误的，也是很可惜。
对。大爱现在啊，应该是
Yeah, it's really and the speed at which it goes at that point when you fall on something like this, it goes so fast and it takes you off the bike. Even though these guys know
他的第一个动作 nollie back 在 big big back 就是做的还是非常的标准，这个动作应该是有一个不错的分数，但是刚刚第2个动作衔接的时候出现了一些小小的失误，
可能到比赛前那个热身没有好。
对，毕竟是滑手嘛，一般大早上出来热身的还是比较少的。对，但是滑板其实真的是需要你之前一定要热身好再去从事这项运动。
好，我们第一组的下一位出场的是来自中华台北的卢洪晨啊，也是应该是唯一一个进入到决赛环节的一个中华台北的选手。
这位滑手呢也是一名老将了，然后。如果你了解滑板的文化的话，你肯定会知道这位出名的台湾滑手。
经常一个跳slide270下，然后紧接着一个 K 板，哎呀，也是出现
失误了的小失误。这个动作他非常的熟 ，K 一下的 K grab， 然后直接落在斜面上。
And then the wireless one, they fly away.
外跳转的360，后板了 ，back that leap 还是非常稳，心理素质还是很好，节奏还是没有乱，
毕竟是有着丰富的比赛经验的一个。
Nollie hard flip 招牌动作呀，
Yeah, but you know the pressure when the pressure is on, and as you say, like the guy before you just had kind of a big fall, it plays in your mind. And a lot of it in competition is a lot of mind tricks.
跳出来想做一个，哇，想做一个，
第2轮，刚才他这个动作如果全部都完成的话，还是难度比较高的。
他这个动作，如果整套动作编排成功的话，肯定是能杀入明天的决赛圈，这个是毋庸置疑的。而且阿弟其实他的基本功非常的扎实，他如果调整好自己的心态的话，其实我觉得他这些动作肯定能在第2轮全部成功。也祝福阿弟能在第2轮取得好的成绩。
You guys see, this is heat number 1 out of 6, and we're waiting for Adi's scores. He took a couple slams. I wonder what the score is going to be, and that's coming in. It's 47.5, and then Honza's score is 31.25. So far, We got
好，我
Bachai
们下边
in
马
first.
上开始第一组的第二轮啊，第一组第二轮，第一组是
We had
4位选手，其中有一位应该是没有来到现场，这个泰国的另外一位选手，只有3位选手在第一组。
Did he get hurt in the qualifiers?
No.
In the practice.
So we got
That is heartbreaking for
especially coming with a tight
哇哦，非常高的一个奥利手抓
So
板，
nice
这也是
for
展现基本功的一个动作。
We got the second round since Bachai.
做的还是有度。
35 seconds. If you just try to hit every obstacle in this park, you can probably do 13 to 15 tricks in that 1 minute. There's just so much to choose. Oh, I like that.
这种欧斯的小动作失误了，还是很可惜。
One of the interesting obstacles out there is the opposite rainbow. I usually see people who skate quarter pipes fly out of that one really high.
Hard flip 还是稳稳的落在了复刻钉上，看看这个动作。
时间应该是
Bang
到
to
了。
bang.
Frontside ollie 时间到。
Bachai is round number 2. I'm gonna say his first round was better. He's so
看看裁判给不给他 one more try 的机会，很可惜。Frontside flip 的 lip slide 还是没有的成功。 相比第一轮发挥的没有第一轮好。
do your trick, but it cuts the flow.
Yeah, that's the hardest part though. It's not that you miss the trick, you just miss the drive. That is the
看一下
worst.
他第二
That
轮的得
happens
分。
in the middle of your round, you just lose it and you just have to come back again, which is the most difficult part of your round. So we're still waiting for the scores for Bachai.
So a score of 49-75. So he's keeping his score of the first round for
But as I said, 64 even is not a bad score.
No.
That's definitely yesterday
Pretty
he
good score.
qualified last
还是选
for
了他
the
第一轮的
semifinals
64
out of the
分。
qualifiers. I'm gonna say
相比
right
其他的滑手，
most
他这个
likely
还算是这
it's not
刚
gonna
才
be
摔
the
了脑袋的
case
这位
because
滑手，现
64
在会不会感
is
觉
gonna
好一点？
bump him up. I don't know if that's gonna make it for the finals, but it is possible. And we got Hamza
去年还有前年他也参加了这个被成都站的比赛，也是一位老将。
decided to take his second round. He's dropping in. Naughty big spin, stepping off.
Nollie back the big spin，
He's still pretty shaky.
He definitely
I wonder if he's gonna do the trick. Oh, he switched the trick.
Yeah, sometimes you better, I guess you better switch it up a little bit and then not
If he
just
did
get
the same, imagine the same thing would happen on the
影响了整体的感觉。场边的阿里也是
right before his
掌声鼓
qualifiers
励
round,
这个捷克的
twisted ankle.
滑板好
So
哥
he
们儿。
almost couldn't
所以
skate
frontside
yesterday.
big
He decided
spin 又没有
he's
成
gonna
功，
try.
真的是
He made it to the
自己
semis,
的这个
and then this is the next thing that happened. That's
很失
very
望。
unfortunate.
自己也是对今天比赛的这种遭遇吧，时间已经到了，
After time, just for the audience here.
还是在尝试挑出
That's
来。
always the people really like that.
啊，自己在摇头。
对，心里肯定是
He's okay though. I'm
跑
happy
过了
to see
很
he
多
is
头
okay. At
Yeah,
least he could skate. you know?
Exactly, I'm happy to see that as well. Hopefully he's not going to have too bad of a headache for the
Yeah,
rest
well,
of the day.
I'm
Better
pretty
drink
sure
a lot
he
of
will.
water. Yeah, and the neck also. You know, when you slam your head like that, it's not just a hit on the head,
That's
but
gonna
it
come
gives you a
tomorrow.
whiplash,
Yeah.
and
好
then
了，
you
我
wake
们
up
看
in
一
the
下
morning
第一
and you
组
have
的
your neck is like.
Yeah,
中
all
华
the
台北
tendons
的
are sore.
Yeah,
陈
you
的
see
最后一轮的表
he's
现，
talking
希
about
望
his
他能够
neck
把刚才
and
上一
the
轮
back
的
of
动
his
作
head.
全部都完成，那么就不需要再去
A.K. 阿弟，也是居住过上海的
Getting
一
ready for
位
his second
中
round.
华台北
That is gonna be the last
职业滑
rider,
手。
number 1 here in the semis at Beast Wall Teaching.
调出来270，很稳。
Up the ledge.
K Grand Cat
Get in the
也是
crooked
成
track
功
into
了
the bank this time.
，Rack Hero to
In 5
Bakey，
seconds. That's a good way to start.
Switch frontside kick flip，哇
Good round so far.
接这个在三里出来，哎呀，
哦，最熟的 backside leap，他这个 backside leap 是可以下10层楼梯扶手的。
Don't say
I just have to
this
stay
was a good
quiet, but
round so
then
far.
反倒是最熟的这个动作没有成功
But you know，
但是不要紧，
You
看
I
看下
think you
面动
better
作。
talk and
Yeah, I better
Nollie
talk, but I
hard
just don't say it
flip
was a
看
really
家
good round.
的一个
exactly.
翻板
And,
动
you
作
know，they don't know you're jinxing
自己
them.
也是很难为情的笑了。
International
作为一
competition,
个
but
职业滑手的一
a
个
lot
对，
of
跟
riders
对他这个跟普通滑手唯一的区别是他明白道具哪一个，他怎么去适应，迅速的调整好自己的状态以后，在那个他想做成功动作的那个道具上， 马上做成一个让导演不是让我们的裁判也好，让我们的现场的观众也好，都会眼睛一亮的这个。其实阿弟的比赛经验非常丰富。对，其实这个动作好成功，而且其实也是跟时间有关，他时间已经不能滑到那边了。
他第一轮是先做一个跳棒在杆上，直接做这个跳跳。
You don't lose anything. You had
第二轮看到了这个时间，只有10多秒的时间。
You had coverage as well, like you had media coverage.
这个位置。
阿弟的这一轮51分
，all these riders come here
好一点点
，and then they come here at the first time. So if you are a skateboarder,
从比分上来看，泰国滑手他其实没有那么难，但是他球稳，对球稳。
We watched we see Chapay doing that hard flip again and frontside 180 down the stairs.
都已经结束。
Then Hansa
马上要开始的
with
是
a naughty
第二
big
组，
spin.
同样是
That was in the first round, the first
4位
trick
选
he
手，
made.
有一
And
位
then
是
we
代
gotta
表
watch that gnarly slam. You see
代表
that
中国，
hit in the ground
是
so
在成都的
hard.
一位留
And
学
he
生。
landed on the top of his
Yeah.
back
其实
as
他
well,
是
and that part is so fragile. It's so
美国人， 但是呢，他
bones
是
are
在
right
成都
there. It's,
留学好多年了，
So
应该2、
let's
3
see.
年
Okay,
的
that
时间，所以他
back
可以
lip
讲
from Adi.
流利的中文，甚至可以
Bachai
讲
with
普
a
通话。
frontside lip slide on the
等一下
honor
我们可以看
rail.
到这个 ban，
That big
That
nose went all the way to
was
flat.
nice.
Yeah. That's
I
a
like when
snowboard
it's
move.
yeah, I like when it's a little bit poked out like this.
Hard
It's
flip.
always good.
Oh, wait for key shot. You're gonna see some big
好的
airs.
大家好，欢迎大家来到
He's my
FWS
favorite too.
vs CHENGDU 的
It's so
滑板第4班决赛的
Nobody
现
else
场。
does that.
No,
So
exactly.
usually people skate down because that's the normal way
我
for skateboarders. But then Kishore comes in and skates up the rails,
非
which
常荣
is
幸
so
我们两
unique.
位
You
为大家
gotta
带
have
来
so much
现场
pop
的
and
好的
That's
confidence to
called
be able to
thinking
do that.
outside
如
of
果
the
您是在
Yeah,
观
well,
看我
that's
们
why
的
he should win. I'm
节目
hoping
的
he
话，知
will.
道的直播
of it
有
all.
今
I
天
think
的
he
精彩
definitely
的
can do it.
现场。
Sure. Look at that
大家
style.
可以看一下第二组的
The
ban，
short
刚才我们说到的这
hand.
些
So
美
yesterday's
国的留学生，
surprise,
今
Ben
天代表
Molikoson,
中国出
living
战
in。Chengdu,
他
China.
是目前居住在成都的一
I
名
couldn't
学生，
believe what I saw yesterday. I didn't know this guy before, never seen him before, but he came in yesterday and he was killing the course.
He must have been so happy to have
节奏
the
其实没有
fees
掌握
come
得很
here
好，
and
绝对
say like,
失误了。
okay, I'm going in
这个滑手
with
之
the
前也
pros.
是经常
I'm
出现
going
在
in.
国内的一
He
些
made
其
it
他
to
的比赛当中
semifinals.
啊，他的这个非
Now
常
he's
的
on TV, you know?
Fun trick.
chill 的这种 style，
This guy's having a good time. I like that
还
mustache.
是有点
做一些很难的招
So
儿，但是他的
refreshing
这
to
个
see new faces. That makes you
风格会
happy.
非
Yeah,
常的
exactly. And you can see like he kind of has a bit of a goofy style, if I may, but it's kind of a fun way to ride on the skate.
开心
He's not
随
here
意
to
的
prove
这种感觉。
anything
Nah.
to anyone. He's just
Nice
here
不
to
会
trick
去
entertain.
做
here.
非常难的翻板，但是他的滑板会借助道具做一些非常有意思的动作。
Oh, missing a
Double
beat
grab 很
line.
可惜失误了。
That gotta be the pressure because I see
时间到
this guy killing the course in the practice.
Yeah, that's always like that.
Right,
You know,
right, right.
I know. I don't know if you did any competitions. I've done some in different
个人非常
sports.
喜欢他的风格
I，can do all the things that
非
like
常的
I
轻
do in
松
the，
而且
everyday
做
life
动作很
until
标
the
准。
moment it's my turn to go in front of the judges, and then your knees start shaking. Your
像这种动作的话，
It's not
平时
everybody
比赛当
who
中
can-
很少看到。
Tough.
is a good competition rider,
tough, trust
but
me.
it also comes with experience. I think. Like the more you do, you get
That's-
used to it. and-
That's questionable though. I've been competing for 21 years, and I have done so many contests, from the small ones to the biggest ones in the world.
OK 的
And
啊，第二轮应该还是可以。
oh,
So we
he's
have a
sitting
score of
there,
50.
so far. But to finish the thought,
好，我们看一下下一位出场的来自
sometimes
马
you
来
feel
西亚
really
的
good, and
偷
then
雅。
sometimes you just feel really bad, and you can't put it together.
偷
You
雅
have so much
米亚萨卡
experience.
这
So
位
it's a
滑手
day
应
to
该
day.
是去
You know,
年
one
也
day
有
you
来
wake up, it
过。
works. One day you wake up,
都比这
and
个
it is the same competition just one day later, and it just doesn't
米亚
work.
萨
It
卡
just
这个
doesn't
名
happen.
字听起来有点
Much progress in the last year. He's Japanese.
但是我们拿到这个名单上
He
面
is Japanese.
写
He's
着他是
Japanese
马来西
passport,
亚
but
的，
he's
非常的厉害。
his entire life
工
with
作
his
人员的
hands.
失误在这个
And
名
Koya's
单上
in
面
with
写
a
错。
kickflip,
来
nice
自日
back
本
to
的偷
back.
雅。
飘逸的一个 can flip，
seconds
开场两个动作全部成功。
Skates fast, he's got good
Back lip,
style,
非
he's
常
got
的
good
职
tricks,
业
he's got
这个
what it
动作
takes to be able to make it to the final.
That's
Board
nice.
side into the bang.
Nice flow here.
Yeah. So as I said, Koya is definitely one of my favorites. Watch him skate. It's just like so pleasing to watch him. Damn, Koya, you got that one.
大家都知道，目前日本的滑板水平是很高的，在国际上。
That's why you have a second
chance.
那些日本人基本上这种都不会来，
mess up a little bit,
随便
still
派
have
一些
second chance. So
这种
There's a lot of pressure for this.
日本的一线滑手已经开始常年在美国去赚美国人的美金了。
10 seconds to go for Koya. Probably time for 2 more tricks. And he's gonna kick flip back lip.
yeah, like we said, when you start
我觉
getting
得
them wrong,
我觉得他跟
This is what
一般的日本滑手是一样
When
的
you have the experience,
在
for example, if
他
I
的
was
动作
in
非
his
常的美
position and I
式，
would miss one trick,
完全没有日本人滑板
going in what I had
对，非
prepared.
常像美
But
国的滑
looking at Koya, he probably switched up a couple
做
tricks,
动
so he
作
wanted to make
蹲
it
的不
up
是很
for
深，
those he
然后
missed.
都
So
喜
he
欢说大
tried
动作。
doing tricks
而
like
且对
kick
道
flip
具
front
的
board,
理解
shove it, kick flip back lip,
很不
which
错
is not his usual tricks, and
你
that's
看
when
backside
it
lip
goes
flat 特
wrong.
别的美
So
术。
instead of him trying to make it up
第一
in the
轮
same
发
way,
挥
just
的
lose a couple score, a
马马
couple
虎
points, he lost all the points
看
by
看
trying
裁判
too
能给
many
多少
hard
分？哎
tricks.，
也是非
big
常
smile on his face.
开心的
He's
向我们的
happy to be
现场的
here.
观众打了招呼。
And you can see he's pretty out of breath. When you're watching it, you say, this was so short, but this is actually a pretty long run when you're
it's
pushing
a
around on your
full-on
skateboard.
athletic performance. So watch him skate and melt your brain. 50-50 up.
Smith
Grant
grab
about down. Another
cool.
down. This is the key shot I like. He missed a couple tricks.
而且非常的稳，动作非常的轻盈。
But that's not gonna be the case. Hopefully today.
Double grab, wow, 行云流水般的
over the
grab。
6-meter-long driveway with another 5-0 in the quarter pipe to get speed. Coming for the whoa,
Frontside
get to rail
feeble.
the A-frame with the
对
frontside
道
feeble
具的
grab.
掌控、
Still
铁杆的
25 seconds
把
to
握
go for
相
key
当的
shot.
出色。Cap
Kick
flip
flip over the
你发现他的
driveway,
cap
taking a
flip 要比
strong
那些
push, coming
做的
back,
很飘，
didn't step off his skateboard
其
yet.
实水平就能看出来了。
And then
K
a
ground,
crooked
wow.
up, 10
很
seconds
难
to go. Key shot,
一
stay
个
on
接
your
波
board
起来的
because this is definitely a run that's gonna qualify you for the finals from one of the first places. 2 seconds to go. Key shots coming in for the last
Lip
trick.
line，哇，干干净净完成了
That
这一轮，所有的滑手也都是给他带来了鼓励的掌声。
even in the finals, yeah.
我相信应该会70分以上。
My lord, wow.
80了。
80分嘛，
Actually
我
shaken now.
因为
That was a really good run. He didn't look
一是没有
very
失
difficult
误，而
because
且
he
动
just
作的
makes it
编
look
排
so
跟动作流畅
But if he goes
非常好。
through the tricks,
80分我觉得也不为过，但是毕竟现在还没有人上70分，我觉得裁判还是会悠着一点给打分的。
doing a Smith grind down the rail.
这个发落做的确实
太干净了，太干净了。其实杆上的 5-0 是他所有姿里面最难的，因为杆上的 5-0你锁住，而且姿长非常的不容易。
He is
Oh, there we
你看
go.
83.25分，
25.
Oh, well, that's nice.
田哥这个预判能力是非常的强，
coming in.
不愧是中国滑板教父，
In the second
也是
heat,
对
and we're already with a
赛事的
score.
把控也是
Have a
有。
beer because he doesn't have to skate anymore today.
参与过很多这
It's
种
basically impossible to
赛
beat
事
that
包
score.
括本人也做过一些。
But we'll see. We got some crazy talent coming in later. Speaking of talent, killing it.
I think we should put that in the guidebook.
Yeah, right.
Full cap，
Meanwhile, he did a
Big
full cap
360
into the bank,
Cap
and a
flip
kick flip up the Euro gap.
我觉得他这个滑
Then
板
coming down the rail with a frontside lip slide.
风格其实是感觉
稍微有点玩
He's dropping in on the other side of the park.
他的做动作，
He got
他的动作其实身体整个的协调性，包括还有他整个滑板的感觉是非常没有那么流畅。
Yeah, I think
That was a
that's
crazy
because it
scorpion.
looks like
对手也不是很对，然后他的腰啊、上半身的控制啊，
They do. You just land and like your foot go over over your head.
动作很难。
So yeah, taking the fucking penguin slam. 75, he's gonna get 71. But if he
其实还是他的速度慢了一点，他的速度如果快的话，肯定就能冲下去。但是你看他的 tail blanc 做的非常的好，
might have
你看 chair flip 也是稳稳当当的。
编排也
Well,
是
hopefully
非常
we'll have the tricks on the replay though, like the front flip down the rail and then the feeble grind to backside 50-50.
应该70分以上，应该是70分以上。
It's gonna be a decent score. Probably gonna get him in second. That should be good enough for 70 plus. I was sitting there judging. I'd probably score it in the low 70s.
70.25.
70.25.
Pretty
There's
good.
experience. I told you. Sometimes I can disagree with the judges, but so far I do agree with every single score that's been given.
Exactly.
掉下来了一下，
So
连贯
back
的
to
说
our
出来
first
了。
rider of Heat 2,
好，
Ben
我们看一下
Malcolmson.
第二组。
Enjoy
非常
watching
俏皮的一个滑板
rock
小
to
招式。
fakie to go back switch with the
Switch
switch
ollie.
ollie up the Euro gap. Then come and switch for the on a quarter pipe and a full cab into the roll in.
So we have this pretty much the
20
same
seconds
run
to go.
than
Such
run
a
number
different
1.
approach.
第一波也成功
This
了。
time I told you I see this guy rocking the course.
好，还有10秒。
That's the band I saw yesterday. So hopefully he's gonna stay on because there's 6
on your
seconds to
board.
go. Wow, that's gonna be a very decent score. Such a different approach. So for example,
Nice
Timothy,
transfer. Just for, I think it was a little bit too
又是
late.
一个
just for the audience, you know.
old school 的动作，
If you're having a good time,
绝对没话说。我相信维尼桑特应该喜欢这样的风
you
格。
gotta go with the flow.
He's happy with his run. That was a really good one. Nice flow the whole way. Maybe a little more simple
Yeah, but
than other
then-
riders, but made it through all the way
That's what I
without
was saying. It gave me a good impression. So
肯定
I'm
不，
happy
我觉
I
得
don't
能
have
上
to be
70
sitting there as a judge
裁
because
判
I
就很
wouldn't
很
want
给
to
面
give
子，
this
因为
guy
他
a
的动
score. I
作
don't know how
技
to
术
score
难
this.
度不高，
Can you score it at
但是他的
75
流
or
畅
would
性
you
跟
score
整
it
个
at
对滑板的
60?
理解，
Either
其实
one
是
could
裁判
happen.
他能
And I
看
don't
明
know
白
what
这
the
位滑
judges
手想
are
表达
exactly
什么。
looking for because this guy did so many tricks, but a lot of them were basic, just
而且
cruising,
其实
having a
他
good
很
time.
会比
But
赛
then
里
he
发
had a
展
couple
的，
bangers
他
like the
整
front
个
split
道具
about
所有
the
的
upgrade. Oh, sorry, the
场地
avalanche
他
up.
全都玩遍了。
It's probably gonna be a very good
这个其
score.
实就占了一个
transfer.
道
That's
具
the
的
one that was maybe
流
a
畅的一
little
个。
bit after the
观众
time.
朋友能不能听到我们现
But
场
still, if the judges are still
欢呼
looking,
声
they're not giving you extra points, but they see you do it. You know,
旁
so
边还
it's
有一
the
个
overall
比赛
impression.
就在我们滑
We're
板
not
场
going
地的
trick
旁
by
边
trick. We're going by the overall
正在
impression.
进行激烈的
Coming back for the big gap to rail with a backlip to fakie. He switched it up, went to fakie and a board slide on the rail into the bang. Koya's looking strong this time. 38 seconds to go. Dropping in the quarter pipe. Getting a crook to fakie. The turn with a board slide to fakie down the rail with a little
Still
dab.
got it. Got the.
He dabbed it. I don't know if
Yep.
that's extra points or takes points away. Kickflip front board, stick to the plan, Koya,
like
and
if you fall
just
and do
keep
push-ups,
landing.
you know?
Yeah, right. Just clown it a little bit.
About 10 seconds,
10 seconds
left
to
for
go.
Koya.
Stay on, Koya. Back tail
Yeah.
to fakie. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That was so unnecessary. I feel like there was 3 seconds to go and it really was not a trick. So I'm hoping that's not gonna make too much damage to the scores.
Because the rest of his run was quite good. It was consistent.
It was better than Timmy's, so it should be higher than 70.25. My opinion, I'd give it a 72. But I don't want to call the scores. I just did, but don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that at all. We got 4 really good judges sitting there on the panel.
You're being recorded, you know that.
I know. But yeah,
All
I
right.
do.
Score to beat is still obviously Keisha Johnson with an 83.25.
No, I actually am confident. It was
know?
better than Timmy's.
Yeah.
He flipped into rails. He did big gaps. It should cheer, but he was so unlucky because he came to Montpellier and he flew in from the States. And as he landed in England, they wouldn't let him board because his passport was expiring in less than 6 months. So he had to go while he was in London on the layover. He had to go to the US embassy to try to get his passport done. So they told him it was
这
going
一
to be
轮
done
的
the
感
next
觉
day.
其实稍差一
Came
点
to。the embassy the next day. They said it's still not ready, and then he wouldn't make it for the qualifiers. So he just boarded a plane back to the States. So
而且他的
unfortunate.
第一轮应该是能到前5的位置，我觉得不出意外的话。
He's never. Well, trust me, his passport will never expire before any other trip.
So not such a good run for
裁判举手示意说
Keisha,
结束他
but
这
he's
轮
still
比
in
赛。
place and he's far ahead of everybody. Yeah, I
I
think.
like that strategy too. I do it as well. If I have a really good run in the first round, then I just mess up on the second one, so I give the judges
他要不
the
朗做的
impression
特别的干
of
净
not having it too on
而且
lock.
其实
Because
美
if
国滑手
you
他
give
们
them
在
the
负
impression
担
you
的
just
力
do
道上的
it
掌
too
握，真
easily,
的是我觉得
they
高出
score
任
you
何人。
lower because they think
Yeah.
it's just your basics. So even though maybe he didn't do it intentionally,
美国应该是全世界
obviously keeps the 83.24.
Oh, he's very, very safe. Oh, trust me.
好，看一下我们第2组的最后一个滑手，
Next
来
rider up, Timothy
自斯洛维尼亚的
With the 70.25, it is kind of a bubble position because the best riders from yesterday are yet to drop in the next heat.
稍有欠缺的一位斯洛文尼亚的滑手，看看他的第2位
I'm sitting in third now, but that's not gonna stay, so I have to improve myself. It is his job to skate.
自己无法
So
预
it
料
is
到
his work equipment.
情况。
就很有可能你在滑行当中一个抖动就会影响到你之后做动作的一个。
对于职业滑手来说呢，调整自己的心态也是一个必不可少的一个需要掌握的一个技巧。你除了你的技术水平、你的风格、你的动作之外呢，你还要调整自己的心理。
We're watching a couple replays of Ben and the other riders in this heat. We're beautiful nose blunt by Koya.
一位优秀的滑手，他在比赛的节奏啊，包括反应啊，包括一些碰到自己突发的一些小情况，自己的瞬间处理能力是非常重要的。
没错，你处理得好，你可以正常的进
Then
行
key shot overcrook down the big rail and a long frontside 5-0. You guys, if you didn't see this rail in person, it is super long, so
心理因素
difficult
呢，也
to
是
stay
对职业
on.
滑手来说是
Timmy's
必
front
要
long.
去修整的一个。
And that
必修课
train
题啊
he made
如
in
果
the
你
first
要
round
想
from
变成一
left
位
down the
非常优
rail
秀的职业滑手，到哪里都能拿到名次
and
的
a feeble to 50-50
职业滑手的话，
to
那你
top
必
out.
须要这方面要
Then
下更大的
Ben
功
with
夫
his。frontside
其实
ending.
每一位滑手到了决赛，水平都差不了太多，拼的就是心理素质跟更加过硬的节奏。
Wally on the A-frame.
好的，我们现在看到的是刚才前2组的滑手的一些精彩的回顾。那马上我们开始第3组啊，4
Then
位
Koya's second round
也是来
and
自
his
不同
back
国
lip
家
to
的
fakie. Oh, a little sketchy landing.
Yep.
Then that board slide to fakie with a dab.
我们今天进入半决赛的选手有
Kickflip on board on the rail.
24位被分为了
Then
6组。
teammate holding his
我们现在马上开
holding
始
his
第
leg.
3
He's
组
still
的
hurting.
比赛。
He's
好的，
mad.
观众
Look
朋友
at
们，
that.
你们好，我们目前
Really
是
not
在
happy about
You travel
FWS
this run
成都站
and
的现场，我
Yeah,
们
you
是在
travel across the
成都的
entire
清水河
world.
生态
And
运
then
动
you get
公园
hurt in the
正
semi.
在举行的是
You know, yeah.
But I think it
世界
started
最
with
大
and
的
then
极
you
限运
fall
动节
in your run that you didn't want to fall down,
World Series
and then
Heartbreaking
it,
situation.
8年
Yeah.
出战，目前
it
正
is
在比赛
frustrating.
是
And you know when you think about it, sometimes you guys travel like you
滑
said
板的
halfway
半
over
决
the
赛，
world
滑板项目的半决
for
赛。我们今
2
天
minutes
的
of
滑板的
Russia's
项目没有
driving
分
all
这
this.
个
Isn't that crazy?
性别啊，没有
This
分
traveled
男
so
女。
long. It took me 35 hours to get here. So it's 35 hours on airplanes. And then all this for 2 minutes of skateboarding. And it's still worth it because it is the best thing in the world.
So we see our judges
We're watching
here.
our judges from the left, Sam Partex, then Willie Santos, Marco Jasbinsek, and Julien Guillaume. So I'm just gonna say France, US, and France. Then Willie Santos is originally, I'm gonna say Philippines probably, and then Marco Jasbinsek originally from Slovenia. So they are based in the United States, but coming from different countries. But let's get back to the skate park. Next heat is starting with Vince Baldo, good old Baldini, coming from Montreal, Canada. And Vince is in with a gap to front Smith, rocking those short pants. And a 50-50. Then a wall ride to go on the down rail with a crooked grind. That is the Vince I like to see. 42 seconds to go for Vince. Gaining speed, coming for a feeble to 50-50 across.
On a very long rail. It's so cool when they can keep up their speed like this. It makes such a difference for the rest.
Then a nose grind on the down rail, looking strong out there. See, as you were talking about it before, it looks easy, but it definitely is not easy. In this heat also, it's a very hot day out here in Chengdu.
It's quite warm. We have sunshine. Like sometimes there's a little bit of dust in the air, so it makes it a little different to breathe here than you would use at your local skate park as well. So, oh no,
that was right on the buzzer. Right on the buzzer. Maybe that doesn't count. Maybe it doesn't count. We'll see. I like that shirt.
Yeah, going for the good old Hawaii.
Yeah, right. He thinks he's enough for fourth.
And first run, so there's still some room for
improvement. I'd actually score it a little higher. If it was me, I'd score it in the 70s. But next rider in, Petsuk Supapit, coming from Thailand. Another guy from Bangkok. And his 1 minute is starting in just a couple seconds. But so far we're looking at Daisuke Nakaura, a Japanese skater who is gonna follow Supapit Petsuk. That's Supapit right there. And he is dropping in as I'm speaking, and time starts now with a tray flip across. Then a crooked grind into the bank. A little 50-50 to get some speed. And another wally. I like how all these riders use the obstacle for the wallies. Front people down the big rail.
And I think most people have been using really the whole part.
Whole course. You have to. If you want to get the points, you know, it's like one of the criteria that you have to fulfill. Missing a back lip. It's probably one of the easy tricks in his run. Kick. Oh! Taking a very hard slam on the kick flip into the bank. He got stuck. He hung up.
Cleared the little gap and hung up there.
17 seconds to go. It was such a
you off your board.
Yep, that was such a strong start. 5, good enough for 7. As I said, we're taking the top 12 out of the 24 riders so far. So we had 12 riders skating until now.
Yep. So Daisuke Nakaura,
one of my very good friends, travels the world with me. One of the best dudes out there, Daisuke Nakaura, coming from Japan, is in the park, starting it off with a shove it across, and then a front 180 in the quarter pipe to turn around, coming back for the driveway, getting a 360 flip. I had a talk with Daisuke earlier in the morning. I was like, please, stay on your board, because he tends to do the best tricks. Yeah. I was like, just keep it easy, keep it mellow. You got some gnarly tricks, just do whatever feels safe and don't go for your best tricks. Keep it for the finals. Wally to nose manage, very refreshing. I like that.
For a second run, do your first run solid.
Yeah, just
keep
have
your
a solid
for the second run, and then at least you have a base score.
Very true.
Because all you need to do
into the bank. All you need to do is stay on.
And if you're on the top 12, you go into the final.
Yeah. And that's where it all happens, you know?
Oh,
yeah, a big move for the end of his round. A pop shove it tail grab. He does a pop shove it that looks like a ninja trick. Nobody else does it like that. He spreads his legs completely, so it looks so different. But one more rider, and then it goes back to the top of the order, which is going to be Baldo.
67.12.
That is a nice score, 67.12 for one slam. So if he has a perfect run, it's going to hit the 70s. So next rider in, another Thai rider.
Chayakor.
Thanks for helping, because I wasn't going to say that. Chayakor Wong Watasopon.
Exactly.
So we got Cheyenne Horn dropping in just a couple seconds.
You can see that, you can see why we had a little bit of a difficulty with the pronunciation of the name. Barely fits in the box. Sorry if
starting off strong though. Back Smith, and then a kick flip across the driveway. Chayakor looking good out there in the park. Coming back across the driveway with a tray flip. Then probably gonna hit the rail into the bank with a board slide. Good old board slide right there. Then coming to the other section of the park. They can stack up the points for the judges. And gonna hit the ledge with a gap to 50-50. And then a front board down the big rail. See, that's a smart way to do it. Stay on. No, not too many very difficult tricks, but just have a base. Then a kickflip front board. There you go.
There you go.
That is the points he needs. Front 180 into the bank. 10 seconds to go. Time for your last trick or two if you do 2 quick ones. Oh, just before the buzzer, missing a backlift. And that's going to be tough. And you have to go fast because as it is not very compact, you've got to have the speed to hit these obstacles so you can actually fly. I like that. I really enjoy the skateboard. And I like the big jumbo screen. Like when I'm looking at the guys skating from the other side where we have the bleachers, it's just so nice to see the huge jumbo screen there. This whole park is beautiful. The location here in Chengdu, I am so grateful for Chengdu to do this because they're just giving us so much room to do these events. And we got everything. We got all these other sports here. And Honor and Chengdu are helping us so much to make this happen so many years now.
Definitely. We have, so big shout out to our sponsor, Honor, for supporting the FIS World Series for so long now, and the city of Chengdu as well. It's our, fifth year here?
I'm gonna say probably more. I've probably done 6 years here.
Fifth or sixth? Oh, we should know that. What are we?
True.
But honestly,
it's been many years.
It's been long enough that we don't remember when's the first time we came. The city of Chengdu has been supporting the FIS and supporting the riders. There's even a permanent park now here in the park.
I saw the concrete park out there. Amazing.
So Vince Baldo is back on his board for run number 2. Let's see what he has.
My boy Vince, Team Canada, go!
Team Hawaii, Canada.
Team Hawaii, Canada. Hawaii/Canada.
I gotta cheer for Vince a little bit. He's my only Canadian.
Oh, he is the only Canadian out here.
Canadian out here for
he betted as well,
so.
right? Where about in Canada do you live? Or where are you from? You don't live in Canada.
I'm from Montreal as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
I love Montreal. It's one of my favorite cities in the world.
Yeah, I'm always hoping that we're going to have a FIS in Montreal.
Yes, please. If you are a representative from Montreal, hit us up. We need to go to Montreal. Okay, but
so Vince had
back to Vince. 10
pretty
seconds
good
to
run
go.
so far. 1 foot down. He got you can see he got a little bit more nervous at the beginning of his run.
And we will see him miss the nose blunt. Unfortunately, not having enough speed.
He's not happy. He's goofing around.
He probably is happy. Let me tell you that. He probably is happy. He's probably gonna have a couple of drinks.
Now goofing around, giving semi-high fives to everyone, middle fives, but still some really good hits.
It was a nice run. Crooked grind down the rail.
I don't know if that's going to bring him up in the rankings. Nice hit here.
Hopefully, well, his score was a 69, so that's going to be his score to beat. It's probably not going to beat 83, but hopefully he can move up in the scores and make the finals tomorrow. So Vince is looking at the screen. We're waiting for the scores, and it's gonna be the same score. He got a 69 even. How do the judges think it was the same?
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. I don't know. We'll see. But let's keep moving and go back to our heat. Next rider in is gonna be Supapit Petsuk from Bangkok, Thailand. Run number 2, and time is gonna start with his first trick, and the tray flip was the first one. So time starts now. Tray flip and then ollie into 50-50 across, then a wally up, and he is gonna hit the rail with a frontside feeble grind, just missing the lock in of the truck. That's what sometimes happens with the front feeble. That's why it is a difficult trick to do. Gonna do a quick board slide to set up for the kickflip into setup. For the kickflip into the bank, getting this one. This time you remember he got wheel bitten on the first one, taking a hard slam.
Good one.
Luckily he did it this go. 23 seconds to go for Supapit. Getting a naughty 50-50 on the A-frame.
He's a little bit more, I think this run is definitely more solid than the time.
Since, I'm not gonna say day one, because we are, what, 21 years deep now?
Yeah.
So Joseph definitely did not skate, because he probably is 22. but one of the early ones. And then Joseph skates all the contests we go around the world, plus he skates the ones in France that we do. So Joseph is a very, very experienced competitor in the FIS World Series. And he's one of the champions here in Chengdu.
Yeah.
He actually won it a couple times.
Yep.
And then he's won FIS overall a couple times. So he's definitely one of the favorites to take the title today.
So 67.37, so a nice over
Bumps
10
Daisuke
points.
Nakaura down to 7th, good enough for 6th. So we still got 3 riders, or 2 riders in this heat. So Supapi Petsuk just had a 69, and the next rider in that we're gonna watch skating is gonna be Daisuke Nakaura from Aichi, Japan. Daisuke dropping in. For that half cab heel, Daisuke, we gotta have a talk. I told him, do not go for that. Yeah, let's see.
Boom.
He still can make it up for that.
Right,
big ass frontside air. There's a frontside in the alley-oop. And a tray flip across. Just stay. And a tray flip across. Just stay on your board, my friend. Coming back. I like that turn. Push back. For that fakie. Oh, missing a fakie. Heel across. And then a caveman. The only person to caveman down that rail. I've seen this guy caveman like 20 step handrails. It's insane. I would never do it. Never in my life. Backside 5-0 into the bank. That was an improvement. First run, he only 50-50'd in. Turning around, coming for the A-frame, and he's gonna blast a heel flip indie down.
That would have
8 seconds to go. It's definitely
5
not gonna be an
seconds.
improvement,
Come on,
but give us a cool trick, Daisuke. We wanna see something cool. He's gonna take it easy. Oh! Was gonna be a pressure heel flip into the bank. That's gonna be it for Daisuke.
Big shutdown backflip, yes!
We are watching a couple replays of Daisuke.
Love his style as well. Yeah, Jose, nice 3 whip over the step down.
Okay, watching the riders, watching the replays. So Daisuke
57.25.
sticking to his 67.12 and 7th place so far.
Whipping out some style over that hip.
Okay, next rider in, also the last rider in this heat. Our man Chayakor Wongwata Nasopon. Pretty sure I said it right. So if you're watching from Thailand, please tell me how bad my pronunciation was. But yeah, missing a backsmith, but doing a backlip, not bad at all. And a kickflip across.
So he had a 73.12 in the first run, so that's a pretty high score to beat. He's right now in second place.
Little above the bubble. So he wants to get a little higher score to be safe. But at the moment, he's sitting in second, so it is safe for now. Get to 50-50, 30 seconds to go for Cheyenne Horn. Doing a front board down the rail. So far, let me walk you through the scores. We got Kisho Johnson sitting in first, Cheyenne Horn in second, Koya Miyasaka in third, then Timotei Lampe Ignich with a 70.25 in fourth. And that's all the 4 riders in the 70-plus range. Then Vince Baldo with a 69 in fifth, Sopapat Petsuk in sixth, Daisuke Nakaura in seventh, Ben Mulikasun in eighth, Pachai Tapakeo in ninth, Adi Lu in 10th, Honza Bashni in 11th, and Lavongsa Metawat, who unfortunately got hurt, so couldn't start in the last 12th place so far. So that was the first half of the starting order here. Over to the next heat. That's gonna be Tachawai Xiangweng from Jiwu, China. Then Gao Hongxiang from Xi'an, China. Then Martin Peck from Prague, Czech Republic, and Jonathan JJP from France. All very good riders, 2 Chinese, 1 Czech, 1 French. A truly international heat.
A truly international heat. I mean, we really have, if you see, look, we have really riders from all over the world.
All over the world, yeah.
They're all coming to Chengdu for a reason.
To even hit the 90s. So this is gonna be very interesting. We're gonna see a lot of mix-ups now. So it's just gonna start shaking the leaderboard.
Yeah, I think a lot of things are gonna change right now on our leaderboard. I think Kisho is in pretty good position to stay in the top 12.
Yep.
I mean, with a 83.25.
Well, I mean, we only have 12 riders to go.
Exactly.
Kisho's sitting in first. It would have to be all 12 riders beating his score to bump him out.
Exactly. So the first rider is definitely it's pretty secure there, but.
So we're gonna see right now, as we're starting with Tachawai Xiangwen from China, 55 seconds front feeble down the rail, taking a frontside turn in the quarter pipe, taking some strong pushes to get all the way to the other side of the park and getting a frontside Smith grind down the rail. Then getting an A-frame 50-50, coming up the roll-in. Then Tachawai with a backflip on the bump to bar.
About Thailand and Thai people, they smile so much. Everybody, I know so many people that are like him. They can look very serious, but all of a sudden their face lights up, just smiling. It's so nice for everyone. So a score of 68.52.
Tachawai, yes, 68.52. It's a decent score. I'd probably score it a little higher if it was me, but I'm backing the scores actually. He didn't finish the round, so there's room for improvement. So Tachawai, I'm just gonna say I made a mistake. I said he was from China. He is from Thailand. He's on the Thailand national team. So Tachawai coming from Thailand.
So next
rider up, definitely coming from China.
Definitely.
Gao Qingxiang.
Oh.
One of the kids I've been watching grow up. I've known him since a little grown. Very good skater. One of the best Chinese skateboarders. 47 seconds. He's gonna try to replace the rest of the run with some cool tricks, getting a gap to backflip on across the driveway. Then coming up the Euro gap with a tray flip up. And then a frontside lip slide on the down rail. Then 22 seconds to go for King.
Exactly.
So I wonder if there is
on the buzzer that is landed, and then you have to kind of.
These judges probably have perfect guidelines.
Yeah.
So they would have guidelines saying what happens.
So 62.75 puts him in 11th position at the moment. So we'll have a second run to go.
Yep. Next rider up, my very good friend, another skater I've been skating with since ever he was a little kid, Martin Pack. Martin Pack dropping in, 29 years old, professional skateboarder from Prague, starting now with a nollie frontside board slide, then coming back, switch the honor bank, and then switch blunt slide to fakie.
Dropping in back.
Martin coming nollie for a nollie backflip on the bump to bar, looking very strong so far. 3 perfect tricks in the first 25 seconds. 30 seconds to go with a tray flip up the Euro gap, taking some speed, going down the rail with a frontside Smith grind, looking so much better than yesterday. I like how the entire park, including all the banners, all the honor banners, all the CHENGDU banners, and the obstacles are black and white. Look at me.
Yeah,
all I wear is
all
black and white. All I wear is black and white.
78.62 for
what
Martin
a score!
So it places him in 2nd position. That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good chances to make it into the finals.
That's
pretty much sure.
It's
pretty much sure that he goes in the final.
Whatever
so
is 75 plus.
Jean-Philippe, the Frenchie, next up.
Jonathan JJP, next rider up.
A
French professional skateboarder following the tour for many years as well. Missing an ollie front board on the bump to bar. He's probably gonna follow the rest of his run as he has planned. Crooked grind on the A-frame. Still plenty of time, JJP. Going across the A-frame and then switchboard slide into the bank. 36 seconds to go. And JJP missing a kickflip crooks. Probably not going to be very satisfied with this run, so he will have to do really well in his run number 2. Would stay on for the backflip down the rail. He's probably going to call it. Yep, there we go. JJP just calls it right here. But next rider dropping in at the top of the order. We're coming back for run number 2. And it's going to be Tachawai Xianggoing. So Tachawai is dropping in the big quarter pipe and coming for the tray flip up the Euro gap. Then with a front feeble down the rail, making a quick frontside 5-0 turn in the quarter pipe.
There's some
Then
concentration there.
Frontside nose grind down the honor rail. Coming back, taking enough speed with a Benihana. There always has to be that one dude that Benihanas in the park. Thank you, Tachawai. I love you. I love that. Every contest has to have one dude that Benihanas. It's been a really nice round. Tachawai, 19 seconds to go. Couple last tricks, probably two lines. Oh, missing a kickflip backflip. Gonna go back to the top try. Finish it up.
Oh.
With another kickflip backflip.
Yeah.
Such a nice run all the way until the kickflip backflip. He was trying to seal the deal, make sure he does what needs to be done.
That was
perfect.
A very nice hit.
I don't know how the frontside feeble, so for me that was mind-blowing. Wait for the scars. Look at that smile.
Stoke face. So run number 2 for Art.
And I don't really see any of these 8 do really bad.
Well,
because you never see these 8 do bad. No, it's
are
not,
you jinxing them?
No, you can't
are
jinx these. You cannot jinx these guys. It is big names. It is the biggest names in skateboarding.
It is. It is.
You know?
They have solid runs. Even if they did an okay run, they have their tricks on lock. So
yeah, they would still be high 70s.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say even if these all 8 guys that are about to drop in partied all night last night, they would still do really well because they know what needs to be done. But back to the skate park, we got Gao Guingqiang in the parks with 45 seconds left in his run number 2. We're watching the tray flip up the Euro gap. Another front board down the rail. Gao is currently sitting on a 62.75. And he is in the 12th place. I kind of want to see a Chinese guy in the finals.
Oh, that would be so nice.
I was going to say Gao's going to be the one Chinese guy.
And you remember in Hiroshima how it was to have the Japanese guys at the top. It was amazing.
Rider number 3 in heat number 4
Jeez,
with round number 2. That's a lot of numbers I just gave you. Okay, Martin Peck's in.
And he's currently sitting in second place with a score of 78.62. So we will see if he improves the score. I mean, that's great.
Yep.
If he doesn't, he still has. We can pretty much consider he's going to be in the finals.
Yeah,
we can.
He can just take it easy. If I was in his shoes now, I wouldn't even bother. I would just cruise, have a good time, smile, and enjoy. That was a naughty big spin backflip, kickflip into the Euro gap, the opposite way of skating that spot, coming back with a tray flip. I'm really hoping this is not the run he's gonna try to do in the finals tomorrow, because that is not smart if you're giving away all your shots for free. That's what Richard kind of did yesterday. I told him, just keep it mellow.
Yeah.
That was the trick he missed in the first round.
Oh, there you go. So pretty much an opposite run.
Yep. And he had one bail too. Actually, I thought it was a worse round, but it was not. He did. He had one bail in run number 1, one bail in run number 2. Actually, And that nollie big spin to back clip on the bump to bar. And the front side. So difficult for the guy now.
I mean,
okay, JJP, let's do it, my man.
Sitting currently in 13th place.
That's not a place to be.
No.
Yes, JJP, the nollie from boards there. Then a crooked grind across the A-frame. Looking stronger now. Coming back for that frontside lip slide to fakie, followed by a switch board slide into the bank. 4 tricks in 15 seconds so far. JJP is gonna drop in quarter pipe. Oh, missed a backside 5-0 on the Euro gap. I like the jersey he's wearing.
Yeah.
Getting a back clip on the down rail. 20 seconds to go for JJP. He's gonna come up for the bump to bar with a big spin board slide. I feel like that was a make. Usually when he stay on, it was just like a little wobble. Gonna kick. Meanwhile, he did the kickflip into the Euro gap. He's gonna come for the kickflip front board on the down rail, and that is gonna be time for JJP. He's definitely not gonna be very hyped on this round. It is gonna be an improvement. I see it somewhere in the higher 60s. And that's gonna be a tough one for JJ.
That's gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna be a bubble round.
I don't know if he's gonna get high enough.
Sometimes you're not even hoping anymore, and then
tension is like,
they're like making him wait for it. JJP, let's see how much you can handle, how much pressure.
So
yeah,
in the meantime,
it is coming in.
66.25. He's in the 11th place right now. Oh, that is
a little improvement.
That's a hot seat.
Yeah, well, that's not really a hot seat because we have 8 amazing riders coming in.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay right here. Unfortunately, that's not gonna make
happy.
it.
He's not.
No, he's probably he was hoping for the 70s because that's where it kind of breaks down. So yeah, JJP was the last rider in this heat. We're looking at the scores. You guys see Kishore Johnson with 83.25 in first, coming from the USA. Then second place, Czech Republic, Martin Peck, 78.62. Cheyenne Horn, Wong Tawaponson in third. Koya Miyasaka holding on to fourth. Timotei Lampe-Ignich in fifth. Vince Baldo in sixth. Tachawai Xiangwen in seventh. Supapi Petsuk in eighth. Daisuke Nakaura in ninth. And that already is a very hot seat.
Yeah. With the big names that are coming, I mean, he
seemed to turn around, coming back for the rail with a 50-50 to pop out early. And a sneezy back 180 to finish it off. That was a perfect round. Was it one of the first perfect rounds today? Kishore and Maxime.
Yeah, but he used mostly this part of the part.
No, he used every obstacle. If you look at it, so he started it off.
He started on the other
with
side.
a nose blunt, then a tray flip, then hit the rail into the bank, hit the quarter pipe for the stall, then up that Euro gap, then down the big stairs, and then moved over to this side of the park. He actually did like 12 or 13 tricks.
That's a lot of tricks in a run.
That's so many tricks.
Back
in 60 seconds, it's basically like doing squats, just jumping all the time. It's going to be a very nice score, definitely making the finals. I'm just going to say it right here, even before we see the scores dropping in.
I mean, just the fact, like you said, that it was a perfect run in the sense where he did all his tricks. There was no wobble off, there was no foot down.
Yeah.
There was speed all the way through. I mean, all the boxes are ticked. All the criteria, the judging criteria, they are all there. I mean, what else can we want?
Well, one thing I was missing in the run actually was something switch. I don't know if the judges think that. I didn't think that way because he made it look really good, and I would still place him in second.
78.37.
That was a perfect run, so he's right behind Martin, who was scored a 7th place. He's here to win. That's what it takes, you know. A wally to 50-50 as we're speaking on the A-frame. Jasper's back in with a feeble 50, feeble to pop over, I'm sorry. And a back blunt, missing a back blunt into the bank. 20 seconds to go for Jasper. Time for a couple more tricks. Going down with a crooked grind. He just dropped an amazing video part. If you guys like street skating, make sure you go on YouTube, watch his video part, Jesper Doors. Amazing. I'm a big fan, big fan of all the riders. It was a Thai board company that did a whole video. All the parts are amazing. Jesper's part is mind-blowing, amazing. I can't wait to see him skate the second round.
A little bit of a replay here.
Yep.
That was going to be, it was solid all the way through, and then...
It would be so epic if he did that. Hopefully he's going to put it together in his round number 2. It was still a solid round with a couple bails.
Yeah. That could still get him quite a decent score, but, you know, like with a little bit of room for improvement.
Unfortunately, this one's probably 5-0, missing that one, just getting away from him. 20 seconds to go.
The pressure of competition.
Yep. But he is no stranger to contests. He knows. He knows what he needs to do.
But I mean, even when you are a top rider, you still have pressure.
Yes.
Especially at the end of a World Series like this. You want to rank high. You want to make sure that... You
50-50 pop out. And Hurricane in the bank. That was a good round.
That was a good round.
See, Martin Peck had a run with 1 slam and he got a 78.
That's true.
So it's probably like, that was a good round. It's probably gonna score him in the lower 70s maybe. Hopefully that should be good enough for the finals. We're about to watch a couple replays before the judges make their mind. With a gap to back blunt. Then the beautiful back Smith down the big rail. With that long crooked grind across the flat bar into the bank. And a frontside 5-0, the hubba into bank. The 50-50 across and down to pop out. That was the last trick in the round. Waiting for the scores.
Get up on top of the feature, get some speed, and start over.
Front board, no stranger to contests. Crooked grind into the bank. 7 seconds to go with a backside 50-50 in the quarter pipe and a tail slide big spin to finish it off.
Yes.
And that's gonna be time. Crooked grind, Becky was right after the buzzer. Another really great round. You know what is interesting to see? All these riders, not all, but most of these riders are missing at least one trick in their round today. That means the park is definitely not easy to skate. So let's watch a couple replays of Simon. That is the gap to lip to start his round, followed by a feeble grind into the bank and a beautiful nose blunt down the big rail. Nose grind, hubba into the bank, and the nollie front board on the bump to bar, and then the tail slide big spin for the last trick. Contender for the top 3, in my opinion.
I mean, solid run all over.
So calm, so nice.
Fourth, 76.62 for Simon Stryker. That's, I mean,
probably happy he's making the finals, but our list says Prague, China. I wonder if he registered as Prague, China, but being a member of the Czech national team, I guess he didn't. So that must be a little mistake. Czech Republic, Prague, board tricks to go. A backside 50-50 to pop out.
Hit.
And last trick in the quarter pipe. That's going to be a frontside 5-0. That's going to be it. Another perfect round.
Another perfect round for Maxim Hamadek.
2 perfect rounds in a row.
And finishing with a nice rail hit.
Just makes it
for the fun of it.
Good. I enjoy watching beautiful tricks and nice skating. Even though these might have not been the most difficult tricks of the day, they were the most beautiful executed tricks.
Definitely. There was the flow that we were talking about earlier, the use of the park. Once again, another rider, another skater that just ticked all the boxes.
Definitely. I wonder what the judges are going to think.
He already had a 78.
Or 78,
He had 78.37. Is that worth more than 78? We will know soon.
We'll see.
So in the meantime, little replay of all the really solid hits that Maxim Hamadek offered us today.
You're gonna see the feeble grind across.
Boom.
A little pop out at the end. Yep.
So run number
Smiling
2, yeah,
80.6. What a score.
Nice, big
Exciting.
smile on Maxim's face. I would have a smile like that
for
too.
sure. We're getting 80.6, I would smile all day. Next rider up, Jesper Doors, currently sitting on a 60.57. Jesper is looking for a big improvement. Jesper's in with that board slide all the way up. How amazing was that move?
That's crazy.
52 seconds to go for Jesper. Start it off, my man. You got that. Oh,
he
man.
lost his mojo there.
Yep. Feeble grind into the bank. Coming up with a nollie disaster. And that is going to be time for Jesper. That's going to do it. Not even sure if he can beat the 60.57.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping for an improvement.
Because right now, sitting in 17th place, that is not how you get
Not
in the
where
finals.
he wants to be.
Nope,
Trust
nope,
me.
nope,
It looked so good. He was right there. That was the feeble grind into the bank. One of the tricks he did in his round. That nollie disaster. And we're waiting for the scores of Jesper.
Perfect front flare. He is so good at that trick.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for that score, we're not waiting very long. 57.10. But I would still like to thank our sponsors for this event. Of course, the city of Chengdu. Without them, this event wouldn't be possible. And Honor as well.
Yep. Honor is also introducing their new phone, the Magic 2.
Oh, really?
While we are here at the event, they have a big booth, a big launch here at the event. If you happen to be in Chengdu, make sure you come over here and check it out. But side 50-50 right on the buzzer. And that's gonna be it for Xander Gabriel. We're gonna watch a couple replays, wait for the scores, and in a couple seconds we're gonna watch the last rider in the heat, Simon Stricker. That was a back blunt in the replays, back Smith down the rail, the crooked grind across. We're back in the park, waiting for the score. The score to beat for Xander is 72.65. And very close, unfortunately not gonna beat his own score, 71.45.
Out here at the feast, love watching this young man.
Next rider up, coming from Switzerland, Simon Stricker is dropping in.
Dropping in hot, I would even say.
Front lip,
boom and boom.
Into the bank. 50 and a tail slide 270. That was an improvement. Nose blunt down the rail. Simon looking very strong out there.
I mean, Simon's currently sitting in 4th position.
36 seconds to go. Nollie nose grind. Nollie.
Technical tricks.
Technical action. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Couple replays. Starting it off very easy with a front lip and a feeble. You wouldn't tell that's what Simon's got in his sleeve, but then watch. Front tail 270. Nose blunt down the rail. Then nollie nose grind into the bank on the hubba. Then this nollie heel, that is so risky in the middle of your round. I wouldn't want to do that. And then the last trick in the round was that blend slide on the bump to bar. And a couple high fives from the other guys and the team manager.
Nice last trick. So score coming in.
83.25. Judges are still discussing and
79.7. All right.
Look at Simon. He's like, what? You sure? I actually feel the same. I'm like, what?
I'm a bit.
Are you sure you didn't miss like 5 points somewhere? I mean, Simon is still sitting in third, guaranteed finals. I feel like he got scored a little low. So we're looking at the overall results so far. Keyshawn Johnson in first, Maxim Habenek in second, Simon Strick George 13 seconds to go with a perfect round so far, 50-50 in the quarter pipe. And then a back to 70 lip. What a round! 3, 2, 1, and that is gonna be time for George with a blunt to backside nose blunt. Wow!
Did we really expect anything else from George Poole?
I did expect George to kill it in the park, and he delivered. George did an amazing round, guaranteed in the finals. First, let's watch a couple replays, as we always do after every round. And then, so the judges can talk about the scores and give us their opinion. We're watching the feeble, then the backside nose blunt, pop back into the quarter pipe, frontside feeble grind on the down rail, then the nollie board slide, and then the back to 70 lip. First one to do it. Such a technically difficult trick to do. Getting high fives from all the other guys. This is the last heat. As we said, the top 3 finishers from yesterday are yet to drop in.
So 78.10
in fifth.
In fifth.
Kind of low, no?
Well, you know, as you said, like now, I think it's getting a little bit harder to judge, because if they judge compared to what they know they can do.
Yeah. But they have to judge the actual performance.
Yeah, that's true.
But back to the park, Igor Golubev back
Shirtless
here.
Igor
Big spin
Golubev.
board slide, yeah. And a front shove, it's like 25-stair rails. Igor is the gnarliest European skater I know. Missing a crooked
And I mean,
grind
I
across.
guess this is pretty much summer for a Russian.
Yeah.
This is
and
like
you know
the
what?
heat of
This
summer.
park has to be so small for Igor. He's probably thinking like, I wish it was like 3 times bigger. I could still do the same tricks. Coming for the quarter pipe and a front Smith stall on the quarter pipe. 10 seconds to go for Igor. 2 last tricks, a front board to fakie, 5 seconds to go, 3, 2, 1, and that's gonna be time for Igor right there.
One more.
That's slam after time, wouldn't count.
Wouldn't count at all. This one is not even on the fence. That one is.
2 slams, couple amazing tricks. I wonder what the score is gonna be. It would probably, in my opinion, it could be enough for the finals. So I would still score it a 70 plus. Considering the difficulty of the tricks he landed.
And I mean,
the nollie back 3 heel flip,
he also has a second run.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is gonna be enough though. Because I mean, all the tricks he did are just literally perfect.
Igor Golubev, another name that we see often on the fees.
He goes by the nickname OG Igor. I like that nickname. He's a real OG though. It's no joke. This guy is an OG.
Patiently waiting for the score. We only have 2 more riders to go. 2
These
big
guys
names.
have been going back to back for the winnings.
Yeah, and then a second run still for all these 4 last riders.
See?
71. Oh!
I said low 70s. See?
Yeah, that's on the bubble also.
Actually, yes, he gets on the with an ollie board slide, a tray flip across the bank to bank, turning around. 52 seconds to go. 2 tricks already in kick flip across, coming back for the quarter pipes with a frontside 5-0 to gain speed and a wally to back tail. More pushes and a huge alley-oop in the grab from the quarter pipe into the channel, and a nose grind into the bank. 25 seconds to go. Back D on the big quarter pipe to turn around. Nollie nose manual across. Then a back 180 to 50-50. My favorite move. I love that trick. Such a nice trick to do. 10 seconds to go for Joseph. A perfect round so far. Back to 70 lip. Made it look like nothing. And I'm missing an ollie flip into the bank. I'm gonna say very sure, very comfortable to make it into the finals.
Oh yeah, that's...
Let's see what the judges think.
I don't have much doubts about that. I mean, you would have to score lower than 68.52. So,
yep.
I mean, it's not in his. Habits.
No. That's not gonna happen. It's high 70s for sure. For that round, it definitely has to be a 76 plus. Flips, grinds, slides, big airs, use the entire park. Risk.
I mean,
it wasn't safe tricks. It was difficult tricks, and it was just one slam at the end of his round, and it wasn't even one. After the entire season, he is the contender to win the entire tour. And Daisuke Ikeda, our Japanese killer, is not here, so he cannot stack up the points. So Richard, if he makes the finals and places in the top 5, is making the first place in the overall rankings too. But
so that's also a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure. It's all on his shoulders. Member of the Slovakian national team, the best skater that ever came from the Central European region. 27 seconds to go, flip ins to all the tricks. You just saw a kick flip, back flip, and a crooked grind into the bank. Another one of my best friends traveling the world with me. 16 seconds to go, Wally up the Eurogap, coming down for the big rail with a big spin backside board slide. Richard, I was with Richard actually in Montreal 2 months ago where he broke his elbow and had to get a surgery. So this is the first contest, the first international contest that he skates after the injury. Coming back this strong. How amazing is that?
That is amazing, especially when you have to stop for a while. It plays with your mind. It plays with your mind. It plays with everything.
Yeah.
You know, like you cannot train, you cannot do so much.
Yeah.
You have to be super careful.
I have an interesting
and
fact.
then the next one that you go to, you don't want to fall on that same injury.
Yeah. So
he needs more than a 78.1 to improve his score.
Can't wait for tomorrow to see all these guys being hot. Oh, this is what happened to Honza Bashny earlier.
Yes.
Luckily, George didn't take the same slam. Oh, George, not having it. He should just have fun. Don't call it George skate, but have a good time.
Vince Baldo on the sideline.
Was he hyping it up?
Yeah,
he's always hyping it up. Is he making the finals, George? Baldo, no, he is in 13th. How can you miss being George Poole? How can you miss every trick in your round? This guy is so good.
Pressure, you know?
You
miss one, then you miss a second one, then you miss another one, and then...
He's doing kickflip 900s.
Yeah.
He's like, I just don't care. Just gonna throw in a 900 right now. It's never gonna happen, but I'll still try. So I don't think we need to wait for the score. Well, I mean,
no,
we have to.
We have a score.
Definitely not gonna beat the score.
No,
of his first
definitely
round.
not. 42.5. You're gonna see it on your screens very soon. So definitely not.
Back to Igor Golubev, OG Igor, coming from St. Petersburg, Russia.
So Igor is currently.
Everyone skating after him is already in front of him,
exactly.
So he is making the finals.
He
knows he's safe, but you don't want to start as the 11th qualifier. Oh, he's up and down. What a move. That was an amazing run. What is this going to get scored? I'm just going to say 79.
All right. We shall see.
Damn.
If he did have, if 79 would bring him to 6th position.
6th?
Yeah, right in the middle. You can see.
I wonder if Vince knows he's sitting in 13. If he knows he is not making the finals and he's still hyping everyone up.
Already has a beer in hand.
Okay, yeah. He's probably had like 3 since the morning. Oh, so beautiful.
But trust me, his round he's going to make up for it.
Barely, you saw how barely he cleared it. He almost hung up on that one. And there you see how he landed in the disaster. Still pulled it. And then the 50-50 down and across and down. That has to be 15 meters.
That is such a long rail. A sip of water. Definitely deserved, well-deserved water for Igor Golubev from Russia.
Waiting for the scores. Scores are coming in any moment now. Igor waiting for the judges to make their mind.
30 seconds to go.
So only 2 riders left to go after Igor.
It takes so long.
I know, it's
I'm like sitting here shaking, yeah. So come on, judges, just give him the 79.
If you hear us.
Yeah, right. Get on the walkie-talkie, tune into my channel, and oh! Kickflip across, then dropping in, doing a frontside 5-0 on the quarter pipe, up the Euro gap, wally to back tail, coming towards the honor quarter pipe, gonna get the big alley-oop indie grab, taking some strong pushes. Frontside nose grind in on the hubba into the danger bank. Back D on the quarter pipe. There had to be 10 tricks already. Nollie nose manual into the bank. Then the back 180 to switch 50-50 on the A-frame. Coming back to the honor roll in we got here in the park. Speed and a back 270 lip, 4 seconds to go. Filled in with hammers from start to the end.
That is some,
give me another 81.
That is some Joseph Carpaccio.
That's the Joseph I know,
there.
right?
Yep.
Okay, Joseph, nerves of steel, but give us some smiles. He's so calm. You never know if he's mad, if he's happy, what goes through his mind.
I know, right?
Look at the height of the alley-oop he did. Nose grind in the replays, then the back 270 lip to finish it off. What a run. So run number 2, in my opinion, definitely an improvement of the 79.17. It looks so easy. Shout out to everyone in Košice. I know you guys are watching. The homie's killing it like usual. Nose blend down on the rail. 35 seconds to go for Richard comfortably. This is the victory lap. He's already sitting in first. He doesn't have to prove anyone anything. Kickflip backlip on the bump to bar. Crooked grind into the bank. Wearing that Lackers t-shirt. 18 seconds, a little step up. Come on, Richard. On the wally.
As you said, he doesn't have anything to
No, you see, he's chilling.
anyone.
He's not rushing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I know already. I'm already winning. 2 seconds to go with that overcrook down the rail, and that is gonna be time not only for Richard, but that's gonna be a wrap for the semifinals here in Chengdu, presented by Honor. Thanks to Chengdu City for making this happen. Last couple replays of Richard's run. We're gonna watch it right now. Wait for the scores. Score is probably not gonna beat the 86.5 that Richard is sitting at now. 0.5 that Richard is sitting at now.
It's a pretty good score to be at the top.
Oh,
I mean, Netar can be happy with his first run. That's why he was chilling for the second.
All the other channels, fees.fr, if you want to look at the website, if you want to watch the webcast, make sure you tune in. Webcast goes on Facebook today,
yeah,
and on the website,
goes
right?
On Facebook and on the website. So Richard keeps his spot. He is in first place. His second, we have Kisho Johnson, and third, Maxim Habanek. We have a pretty good lineup for tomorrow. For tomorrow's final. So tomorrow, Saturday, November 3rd at 4:50 local time. So we will be very happy to see you again, and tune in for the next final and at 2:15 local time for Scooter Pro.
Deliver one spectacular final.
Who is going to be crowned World Cup champ?
He needs to get perfection. He needs to get first place. comes down to this moment. Real question right now, who is on top?